Okay, so for now, let's try to run a VS Code in this project folder. Now, this is our project folder, and as you can see here, we have the views folder in here. So this views folder is synced in our instance. So every file in here, so for example, the homepage.js file, it is synced in our schema in our instance. So if we head back to our schema, as you can see here, we have the homepage schema. So if we try to, let's say, for example, create a new schema in here, so let's just name this as test. Then let's add a simple field in here. Let's just name this as test again. All right, that's done. So after that, let's populate that model, then save. Then let's try to sync again. Let's try to run sync again. Now, as you can see in this folder, in this views Zesty folder, our test model is synced in this folder now. And if we head back to our schema in here, we have the test model. And then if we go to the code section, the test file in here is automatically created upon creating our schema. So for now, we don't need this test model, so let's delete this. So we don't need to actually run the npm run sync every time we made changes to this instance. We just need to run the npm run sync if we create a new model or if we delete a model. So in this example, we created and deleted a model. So now let's run the npm run sync again. As you can see in this views folder, the test.js file didn't automatically get deleted. It's because what the sync command does is it checks the instance for views files, then it will create views files based on the views file in our instance to this project. But it will not remove or change any file that is already in this folder. So since we don't need this test.js file, let's delete this. Okay, so now let's take a look at the default website in this project. For that, let's run the project first. Okay, so let's open up a new tab. Then let's go to localhost 3000. As you can see in the default website, there's nothing much in here. We have a simple header and a text, but at this point, we are already pulling some data in our instance and displaying it here. Now let's head back to our VS Code and let's open this homepage file. And we can see that there's an h1 tag and a div tag in here. And in the h1 tag, we're passing a data from this content object. So that would be content.meta.web.seo meta title. And also in this div tag, we are passing the SEO meta description. Now let's get back to our instance. Then let's go to the content and then homepage. And then let's go to the SEO tab in here. And as you can see, the meta title is homepage and the meta description is empty. So if we, for example, if the meta description, for example, is test, and then let's save it here, then let's go back to this website, then let's hit the refresh button. As you can see, we have now the test text in here. And as you notice, we didn't need to run the sync command again because we're only editing the contents in this instance. We didn't make a new model. So for example, let's edit this homepage to home and then save. And then let's try to refresh again. And there you go. It is dynamically synced to our website in this project. So now let's head back to our VS Code. And basically, this is how you pull the data from your instance into this project that is connected to Zesty. That wraps up our discussion on how the instance and starter project are synced. Up next, we'll be dividing the website into sections and discussing model creation.